Thunderbirds 2086 caught my imagination as a kid because it was a different take on Thunderbirds, completely different. Of course, as a kid, I didn't know the full story about how it hadn't intentionally been made as a Thunderbirds remake. It was just this obscure little thing. I had a VHS tape with the first 2 episodes on, and that was it. This model kit suddenly appeared for sale, and I saw it. I thought, that is so weird that this exists. I was like, I've got to get myself one of these. The box, I mean, just the box alone is just beautiful. Absolutely stunning pictures, and just a really nice looking piece of kit. Okay. It's a big box. Right, instructions and stickers, and it looks like a big pile of plastic. Is what I have in front of me now. So let's sort all of these out. The bags just keep coming. They just keep coming out. All the different things. So I mean, this is what I would consider probably quite a typical model kit look. You know, everything's on a sprue, and it looks like those bits just come off there and they clip together. Seems simple enough. Okay, that's actually not as many stickers as I thought there would be. I thought there'd be loads. Oh, okay, that's the guide on where all the stickers go. There's tiny little numbers on it showing you where everything goes. These are the instructions. TB2, TB3, and then the guide on how to put them all together and put them on the display stand. A, B, where's so we need C. C comes after B, usually. Oh, good chunky plastic. Very good quality plastic. I am so sorry to any model makers out there who are wondering what on earth I am doing. I promise you that I also don't know. That just comes straight off. That's excellent. And that just slots in like that. Great. We have connected plastic to plastic. We have plastic on plastic going on. That's a good start, I think. The way I'm looking at this, it's like, if I can get it looking like a reasonably well-made toy, I'll be happy. It doesn't have to look like a beautiful screen-accurate model or anything like that. It can just, if it's together in one piece, I'll be happy. I have to wonder, did I bend the plastic out of shape? There's just a small gap in between the two tail fins that I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, those are those are attached in just about the most awkward way. I could think of. Oh dear. Okay, well, never mind. Oh no, those are going to have to go flush with the surface, so I have to get this out. Done. I think I just need to do better. I think that's clearly what's been made apparent here. So I just need to be better at it. Better at cutting the parts out. But okay, so we're on step 2 of Thunderbird 1. Gosh, this is going to take ages. Okay, so here's what needs to happen. Oh, there's one more J part to cut out first. But it's only little. J5. That's this thing. So first, we take F6 and F7, and they go in these holes. Like that. Ooh, that's nice. That's a satisfying click. The parts go together really nicely for the most part. They're clicking in, they're firm, they are in, they're not moving anywhere. So that's good. Let's see. Then J5 can go in. Ah, I see. Okay, so that goes. I haven't done that upside down, have I? Oh my god, I have. I've done that upside down. Oh, I'm like, oh, this fits together really firmly, and now I have to try and get the thing apart because I've done it wrong. Oh, yeah, no, very nice. That's good. If you make mistakes, they come out and intact and not broken or anything. That's good. Very nice. That's good. I was really worried about those little parts coming out, but actually, they're fine. Ah, okay. So that's going to form the sort of mechanism, I think, that joins some of the things together, because it's got a sort of slide. It can slide in and out. Step 3. Good thing is I don't have to go through the whole thing of finding the parts because they're already here. So F3, J6. We're moving along nice and quick. So there we go. That hinges back and forth. There we go. That was nice. There's a number 2 here. I don't know what it means. What does that 2 mean? What could it mean? Presumably it refers back to step 2. Maybe it's... you connect step 2. Okay, I think that's alright. I don't need to do anything with it. Okay, what am I doing here? D... Okay. Right. That and that. Is that right? Oh god, I don't know what one I've just cut off and what I haven't, you know. Such tiny parts, I can't see the difference. Can't remember what goes where now. And I'm also not entirely clear in the diagram what's supposed to go where either. I think that goes in like that. But, it's the other one. Okay, I see. There we go. Yeah, that fits together. Lovely stuff. Right, gosh, okay. Oh, and then that really slots together. Okay, gosh. Just the complexity of that mechanism, just so it all fits together and feels, you know, flush and straight and proper is extraordinary. It is a level of quality that I was not prepared for, and that I myself would not necessarily seek to attain. That really is, that's something extraordinary. Right, next. I should keep better track of all the parts. That's A, that's J. Those are blue. Let's do some separate. Okay. They put E in with all the other Thunderbird 3 parts. So so you go looking, you're like, oh, it's yellow, I don't need that. But sure enough, they put this tiny little grey bit down in here, of all places, so of course I'm never going to find it. But I managed to find it, so that's, you know, that's a win. We'll have our first sprue that's actually complete. As in, once I've cut these parts out, that will be it for this. I want to say sprue, but I'm saying it and I'm wondering, is that actually the right word? I have no idea. Now, I would have rather had it ready-made for me, and I maybe could have commissioned someone who was more talented than I to do this, but I kind of like that I'm having to work for it, you know. Alright. So satisfying when it just goes together like that, and then that mechanism comes out and folds out. It's so firm, like the connections are so firm. I know I'm getting terribly overexcited about all this, but I like it. Precision of that is so good. Really. Oh, goodness. Now there's a note on the next instructions, which they've put in English as well. It says caution. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful with this next step. Step 8, F1 and F2. So I'll be cautious. Whatever that means. It advises caution because where the sprue connects is right on the line with the where the sprue is connects to the part right where the connector for the model is. I don't know what the technical term is. So I'm just trying to make sure that the parts end up looking like the diagram when I cut the plastic off. Now before I cut the next one off, I'm going to put the first one on so that I know where everything goes, so that I don't lose track of where what the numbers are. Now, F1, that goes that way around, that way around, that goes on there, like that. Good. Very nice. Any critics of my knife wielding, by the way? If you grew up left-handed like me, it was rare sometimes to be taught the right way, or should I say the left way, of, you know, doing things like cutting and anything dexterous. It's just like, don't know how to teach you to do that because you're left-handed. So just sort of figure it out. It's the same with handwriting. Absolutely terrible time learning how to do joined up handwriting, because it was all cursive, I should say, because it's my left hand. And you always write across, so you have to learn how to write underneath. So anyway, anyone who's like, what are you doing with that knife? It's because I am all fingers and thumbs, and not able to do things particularly neatly. But I think I'm doing okay. I haven't injured myself yet, so that's honestly quite lucky, because often that's what happens with stuff like this, is I just end up hurting myself quite severely. But there we go, that's the back, and that goes on upright like this. Glorious, 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 glorious. Clips, clips, clips. So precise. The engineering that went into this thing is incredible. Okay. We're on to step 10. The final step in this whole thing. Everything's going to start coming together now. So, let's get some things, let's get it all here. That's what we have so far. Next, we need to get A2. Oh, that really is it. That just need this part now. Gosh, that suddenly happened very quickly, I feel like. Excellent. It's more of that really thick plastic again, so it's quite difficult to get through. Right, here we go. Assembly time. Top section goes on last. No, goes on last. Bottom section goes on first. Okay. Right. Next, it's this section. Clips in here. Gosh, it ends up quite a good size. Yep, that's it. I need to put some stickers on, but otherwise, that is it. Now, I'm going to do the stickers now, so that we can kind of call that done. So, oh my goodness, this is going to be very fiddly. I am not prepared for this. Okay. Now, I've always been taught, doing stickers, it's good to have a knife with you just to give you something to put them onto. This is where my really bad hand-to-eye coordination comes in. The glasses need to come off. I need to be able to see what I'm doing with this. Yes. Oh, perfect. We've got a T on. I'm really happy with that. That's a good sticker application. This is a good sign. Because I was worried about this bit. But hopefully, this is a good sign. With guidance on the plastic as to exactly where they should go, which really helps. Final sticker going on now. There we are. That is it for Thunderbird 1, TB1. It's interesting. The funny thing is, so looking at the picture in the guide, there's definitely a suggestion of more detail on here, which again, possibly in the Japanese text, that's obvious. But I don't know. I just certain black outlines on things that are visible on the artwork are not present on the model. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still absolutely stunning. I love the way the lettering looks and the windows. I'm so glad that they include those as stickers. If you wanted to make this really screen accurate, you definitely want to get some paint on there. But I mean, for me, this is perfectly adequate. But you could definitely do some nice stuff to kind of bring it to the next level. Okay, a little bit of time has passed. This is a little bit later on, but I have gotten organised. Yes. Look, I've got all the bits out of the bags, and it's all organised from left to right, going through the alphabet, so I know where all the bits are, roughly. And we're going to work on Thunderbird 2. That's the plan. So I'm hoping this will go a little bit quicker. Right, looks like we need to get into P and O. I really like the design for Thunderbird 2. Obviously completely different from the original series, but I mean, how can you not love a giant blue rocket? I mean, why is it blue? Who knows? It just looks good. And it's still a transporter and everything. Just more of a space rocket. I do love the fact that so much of Thunderbirds 2086 takes place in space as well. And it's like every vehicle will go into space. It seems like this craft is sort of made up of big panels like this. I'm hoping it kind of comes together quite, if not quickly, at least maybe, I don't know, maybe in a satisfying sort of way. God knows how long the stickers are going to take on this though. I'm noticing on the instructions, there's a little bit of English there that says under gate. I do not know what that means, but I'm guessing it's something to do with how the pieces are used, or sort of the order in which to put things together. So, okay, I can see how this is going to be fiddly. Yeah, what could be so hard about this? It's very satisfying when you start putting something like this together and you already get a sense of the shape of it, the size of it, straight off the bat. It just kind of keeps you motivated. Lego can kind of go the other way sometimes, of like you work on all these small little bits and then it all comes, and then at the end it all comes together and you go, oh okay, that's what I was doing. So it's kind of satisfying in different ways, I guess, but I like being able to look at something and go, yes, I know what I'm working towards here. It's kind of makes it nice and obvious. This is where that undergate instruction comes in, so yeah, so it's got a sort of little lip that it needs to sit underneath, so just make sure, do the side panel first. When you get to the O pieces, do the side panel first, then do the bottom piece, so that it all lines up neatly like that. Next, very simple, straightforward. Put the nose cone on. Tongue always comes out when I'm concentrating. This one's incredibly fiddly to get out because it's such an awkward shape. Now, this warning, it's about which way up to put these things, because there's an arrow, probably can't see that on camera, but there's a little arrow pointing up that tells you like where the top is. So we have to make sure we got this the right way around. We have to get this to here. That should just clip in. Like that. And then the nose cone goes. Make sure I get this the right way around. Don't think it matters too much. Or is that the bottom? That's the bottom. Oh, well, very clever. No, they've got different shaped holes on the bottom, so you know which way round it goes, because it's got little notches in, so it can only go that way round. So there you go. No mistaking that. Oh yes. That's really starting to look the business now. Step 13. Here we go. S. Two the same. Looks like we only need one to start with, and then the rest are in the next stage. No, I see. I get it now. They're all the same. We need 4 of these. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't put those all together, but... This is essentially putting a box together, so I don't think even I can mess this up. Although never say never. It just goes on the bottom. This next bit's confusing. Okay, four times join K1 to K3. K1, 2, K3, 4. That's what that says. I'm just gonna start hacking, and we'll see what happens. Okay, K1. Need to pay attention. Right, so that's all that. Oh, okay. That's on that side like that, and then this one comes in like that. And I just need to do that 4 times. Oh, I understand what the numbers in brackets mean now. K1. Oh, maybe it's fine. I don't know. Maybe it can go together like that. I don't see why it couldn't. let's leave it like that for now. Okay, K1, 2 means K1 or K2 goes together with K3 or K4. I think. I hope. Four of them done. Finally. Now I get to do something else 4 times. It's just getting these little round bits off to go on the end. Oh, it's not that simple. Or is it? K5, K6. Okay, K5, K6 go together with K7 or K8. God, I just picked it up and now I don't know what I've just picked up. Okay. It goes over the end like that. Will that work? For 4 thrusters. And it's not even done. Because now I need to get more bits off. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. This is definitely, I mean, I've seen how many wheels I need to put onto TB3. And that does not entice me. But this is definitely up there as one of the more tedious parts of this whole kit. Anything where you have to do the same thing 4 times over is not too much fun. But at least we deal with them all in sort of one go. It's not like, hey, do one completely and then do the whole thing over again 4 times. These parts are really thin. Really thin. Very, very delicate. That's all the bits out. Now, let's see what we've actually got to do with them. So, we take a thruster, we put a cover on it. Yes, looks like it. That goes over the top like that. Then we get a little bit that goes underneath, like that. Oh boy. Okay. And then a little cap on top, like so. And then I just have to do that 3 more times. It's the final step. Right, front goes onto the back, and I don't think there's a particular way to go. It's just noticed a tiny little thing that needs shaving off. Just there. There we go. Much better. Oh, maybe a little more there as well. Don't think there's a particular way up this is supposed to go. That's the bottom. That's that way up. Let's try it this way. Good. Good. There it is. That is TB2, Thunderbird 2. Okay, actually not nearly as many stickers as there were on TB1. But I can see actually there's a lot of detail on the imagery in the instructions that is not there on the sticker sheet. You are definitely encouraged to do a little bit of painting on this, because you don't get all those details on the sticker sheet. Okay, so there we are. That's Thunderbird 2, TB2, with its stickers in place. It would be nice if it had more detail, maybe. Not, you know, the stickers are fantastic. I wish there had been more of them. Pairing it with the TB1, it's sort of all starting to come together now. We've had a bit of a lighting change in here. I had not anticipated that this video would take so many hours to record. So, it's dark outside now, which it wasn't before. But now, we're going to move on to TB3. Let's get started. We got, again, simplified down all the bits here, so hopefully this should be a fairly quick and painless process. We are looking for I1 and J7 and J8. TB3 is kind of the really weird one out of the group, in that it's a ground vehicle, whereas in the original show it was the space vehicle. I think it just kind of goes to show that, you know, this never really was intended to be a Thunderbirds remake. There is just, it bears very, very little similarity to, you know, the original Thunderbirds series. And some of the rescue scenarios in 2086 are really extraordinary. Some of the scripts, some of the moments are a little bit silly, but for the most part, it's, you know, really high drama stuff. It's been a long time since I watched the show all the way through. I'm gonna have to, once I've got my model in front of me, I'm going to have to give it a rewatch. Let's see. Then, these giant yellow pieces have been staring at me this whole time. I mean, the size of it. The interesting thing about this kit is I'm not sure how accurate the size is to what show, although I'm pretty sure it's not very consistent over the course of the series. It wouldn't be Thunderbirds if there weren't some continuity issues to deal with. I'm very curious with this one to see how because the thing splits in half and goes back together again. So I'm very curious to see how that is handled in terms of mechanisms and things like that, and how it all comes together. Probably explains why there are so many bits still to put together. I'm guessing there's probably quite a lot goes into the inner workings of this particular model. Oh, does that not actually go through there? Or does it just sit? Sits behind it. Ah, okay. Like that. I'm very curious if anyone in the comments has a suggestion of, like, I'm pretty well aware that this craft knife maybe isn't the best thing for this job. So I would be very curious if anyone has a recommendation. Because
I'll be honest, I'm not against doing one of these kits again. I think I've done alright for a first timer. I'm happy.
But yeah, if you have any recommendations of like tools that are good to use, different I'm guessing some model kits are going to need glue, or where you get your paints. The other main thing that put me off about model kits is, yeah, you buy the kit and that, you know, costs enough as it is, but then you know, all the bits you have to go with it, all the glue and the paint and all that stuff. I do wonder whether it might be a little bit pricey. But there's half a TB3 right there. The other thing I'll say, if you are a first-time model maker, if you've looked at model kits before and thought, I'm a bit intimidated by that, obviously you don't have to broadcast your first attempt on the internet. So what I would probably suggest is you pick something cheap and cheerful, and you have a good practice on that, just to learn the ins and outs of what to do. And I'm gonna guess there's probably all sorts of stuff on the internet that'll tell you exactly what you need and how to do it and all that sort of thing. I just decided, for the sake of the video, I'll go in blind. That'll be more entertaining. But yeah, obviously I'm guessing there's good resources out there. Again, if you are an experienced model maker and you have any websites or YouTube channels that you could recommend as like good for someone who's starting out, then you know, leave them in the comments. Let us know. Share the knowledge. Back to front. Whenever something isn't quite working properly, just have another glance at the instructions. Usually the answer's there. There you go, there's a half still. And there's more. There's more. Oh boy. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this one. Aha. So that goes like that. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh gosh, I'm confused. Because I can't see how anything can possibly go on underneath that, but apparently the wheels have got to go in, so there must be. This is where I desperately try and pry the thing apart. Right, I'm all in a tiz now. N3, 4, 7, 10. N3, 4, 7, 10. N5, 6, 8, 9. N5, 6, 8. Oh, I need to take all of those off. Or did I? It's not very clear. These instructions for this bit. I think the translation app has to come out. It just says, please select and install as desired. Meaning, I think, either put the wheels on or don't put the wheels on. Which actually makes sense now. Well, now I don't know what I want. Do I want wheels or not? I mean, I'll finish putting the wheels together. I think I'm probably going to display this in flight mode with it on a stand. So, in which case, wheels aren't going to be all that useful, really. So if it's wheels on, they go there. I don't know, actually, I kind of like that. Maybe I do prefer it with the wheels on. I don't like having little bits left over that I have to sort of keep with the model.
I'm the same with Lego sets. Any Lego set that's like got an extra bit that just sort of goes on the side or is like an optional thing, I'm like, well, I don't like having to choose. But I'm sure to most people that's not a problem. But how are you having bits left over? Now we have to do the whole thing again for the other side. Oh, I don't like that. Do not like that at all. Yeah. They don't actually roll or anything, they're just for show, but it's alright. Let's see if we can do this quicker. See if we can speed up the process a little bit. But I can see how this would be relaxing. I mean, it's relaxing for me. I'm having a whale of a time, but watching it, I mean, could be relaxing. Just, you know, kind of hearing the pieces click together and, you know, all of that. Someone just taking their time with things. I can see how that would be a relaxing thing to watch. I, however, given that this is my first time ever doing this, cannot offer such a service. Although if you've fallen asleep to this video, then I guess I can claim credit for that. I think I'm going slightly mad. I've got the knife sticking out my mat, but I'm determined at this point to finish soon. I'm sure there are probably model makers, either there are model makers looking at this going, what is he whinging about? This is like the easiest kit I've ever seen someone try to assemble, and he's making an absolute hash of it. Or there are nice, generous people out there who are thinking, gosh, you know, it's his first one. He's picked a reasonably complex kit with all the different pieces and stickers and all the rest of it. Good on him for giving it a go. You tell me which it is. Does it get harder than this or easier than this? Also, question particularly for the Gerry Anderson fans out there. There are all sorts of kits out there from various companies for various vehicles, and they all look to be of varying qualities. But which is best? There's particularly a Fire Flash one that I think looks quite nice. I've seen it come up again and again, and obviously there aren't that many Fire Flash sort of pre-built models or anything like that that you can get. But I've always looked at the kit and just thought the pieces look like they're lacking in detail, and that you'd have to do a lot of work to get it looking sort of, you know, vaguely like it did on screen. Tell me if that's true. That would probably be, if I had to pick another kit to do, that would probably be the one. But I don't know what the sort of, how different it is from this. The wheels. Okay, so I've got these bits out already, but there's more of them, which I don't quite understand. Is that for later on? Do you not know what they're all for? Oh, no, okay. So these N2 ones are for one side, because they're not interchangeable. That has to go with that side. And these ones go with this side. So we'll put the wheels on. As I say, we'll see what's what. So we've got that, we've got that. We'll put those off. That's all finished. And here is Thunderbird 3 coming together. But a lot of noise. There it is, TB3. Time to do some stickers. Then I just gotta do all the extra sort of little bits. So, that's the last sticker on, and this is TB3, sort of. You just sort of break it off. Yes, there are some more bits that we need to do to really finish this off. I mean, the whole feature and appeal is, of course, that the thing clicks together like that. So, that's what I need to do next. So, I've lost my page. There we go. Right. I'm going to take this apart. Very firm fit. Right. I2 and I3. Is there a difference? Yes, there is. I2 goes at the back. Probably because it's got to fit more in. So that goes in there. And that goes in there. I see. So, obviously they couldn't do it so that the whole thing was like telescopic and just went in and out by itself. So these bits kind of have to be extra. Which is fine. That makes sense to me, I think. Okay, that goes in there. Then we take Thunderbird 2. There's a single hole on the side, and there's a single, nubbin on the end there. And I think it's supposed to go together like... That doesn't look right. It needs to move forward, surely. Yeah, there's another one down here. Okay. One more time. So, it goes together like that. That looks better. Then this goes on like that. And it should all click in. It should all click into place like that. That. Alright, so that's that bit. Then we need to take TB1, spread its whatever you want to call those, spread those out, and then it goes over here. Okay, yeah, there's some small holes in the side of TV3. So this just goes over like that. I'm very happy. Love it. I absolutely love that. What an absurd thing. That really is something special. It's just so mad, but brilliant. Now, display stand. That's the last thing we need to do. I'm sort of the opinion now that I want to keep the wheels on. But I don't know. We'll see how it looks on the stand. Definitely, of course, obviously, it has to be displayed all together. But I love that you have the option to take them off. I love that they didn't just go, well, we can kind of only do it as an all-in-one thing, so you're just going to have to do it all in one. Like, no. You can have them all separate. You can have them all look nice, you know, Thunderbird one's bottom kind of folding in. But the nice thing is, all the bits look good on their own. Like, even TB3, which is kind of a, as I say, quite a weird design and everything, it, like, stands on its own quite nicely, particularly with the wheels down. Stand. Pretty straightforward. Those bits go in. Like that. That just fits in. No, I think that's it. There are no words for how good this is. It really is extraordinary. I'm trying to get it on camera. There we go. You know, I like it with the wheels down, actually. Looks silly, but I don't know. Let's try it. Let's just try it. I love that you can just sort of pick it up and take bits off and try it in different sorts of ways. So I'm now doing Thunderbird 3 with its gear up, with its just sort of pads at the bottom. So it's more of an in-flight look to it. Maybe the wheels. Maybe the wheels. With all that having been said and done, with hours having gone by, and the build finally finished, and this is the end result. Is it worth it? Absolutely, yes. Price-wise, I was able to get this model from Hobby Search, I believe is the name of the site. It's a Japanese site, but you'll find lots of places that stock this in Japan. All in, I think it came to roughly $100, $100 US. It's such a unique thing. This is coming from me as an Anderson fan who is, you know, a complete novice when it comes to model kits. But I would say, yeah, for $100, that is a nice thing. And to be able to put it, you know, alongside other original Thunderbirds pieces, it's really extraordinary. In fact, as we have a Matchbox Thunderbird 2. I mean, you've got to admit, in terms of like the detailing and stuff, it's it's along those sorts of lines. Difficult with a, you know, cartoon animated item to really judge it for realism, but in terms of like screen accuracy and the amount of detail that's on here, it could benefit from a bit more. I think a bit of dirtying down and bringing out some of these panels. You know, there's all these panel lines etched into the plastic, but as I say, out of the box as it is, I could not be happier with that. That is amazing. So there you go. That was the Technoboyger Thunderbirds 2086 TB1, TB2, TB3 from Good Smile Company. Quite a unusual thing, and assembled by a first-time kit builder. Let me know how you think I did. Stay tuned for similar things and also something completely different. And I've just realised I've put a piece on the wrong way around. Right at the end of the video, I was like, oh, that's the wrong way around. So, bear with me. There we go. There we go. Oh, you know, now the whole thing's ruined.